You've been playing Shinobi Striker for a while, and you probably even named your character Naruto Uchiha. Well, I'm gonna teach you the best attack DLCs in Shinobi Striker. Coming up!
Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker.
I might act rude. I lost gang members, I can't act cool. I got gang scriptures in my tattoos. I was running from the police in my trap shoes. Posted trying to flip 100, I come back full. Come from nothing, but I blossom to a
Alright, there's going to be 3 DLCs that I highly recommend that you grab right now to close your skill gap, or if you overall have some better ones, comment down below. The very first DLC that you need to grab is Shisui Uchiha. Now, Uchiha Shuriken is definitely the most powerful attack jutsu that you need. It is the most meta jutsu. It allows you to command 2 inputs, increased movement speed, attack tracking ability, evasion, and seals the target's ninjutsu if it hits the Shuriken. Now, this can wrap around multiple times and do multiple damages. Now we have Uchiha style Halo Dance. This allows you to do a fire sword attack that is a no hands jutsu that allows you to seal their substitution and hit them with a multi attack. Next up we have Kodo Matsukami, the ultimate for Shisui. This allows you to have 2 phases. Now the second phase allows you to basically reverse the controls. The first phase is just infinite substitutions. With this DLC you'll be able to get his hairstyle, his clothes, also his substitution called Swift Step, which boosts your movement speed, a Shisui's Katana, which is not for attackers, it's actually for ranges, but it's a pretty powerful weapon nonetheless. This allows you to get as much Shinobi boost steals as you need as well. Now a lot of people are going to argue meta isn't always the best, but there's a reason why it's meta, because it works. If it works, that means you're going to be able to get rid of your skill gap quicker if you grab the Shisui DLC. Unfortunately, it is meta because it is good. Shisui Katana is good for ranges as well, and you get a dope hairstyle for a cheap price. Next up is the Naruto from Boruto, not the Baron mode Naruto one, but the first jutsu that we have is Kurama Twin Impact, which is a burst damage ninjutsu. It's one of the most powerful jutsus that attackers have. Now this will allow you to make your enemy not able to sub. So next up we have Raw Send Rampage. This is a jutsu that is a multi-hit jutsu that will send your opponent flying and reduce the action speed and health recovery. Kurama Link mode for the ultimate is one of the most meta jutsus for bases on all attacker scrims. Now this allows you to have a boost of your ninjutsu, also a second phase called the Fake Box Blast that essentially blasts your enemies away. Essentially, this isn't going to be the most meta scrim DLC of all time, but if you are a casual player, this is going to be a great DLC for you, because both these jutsus are probably the most powerful overall jutsus for attackers that there are. Now these aren't essentially beautiful jutsus, but they're useful jutsus, and the ultimate is unfortunately a meta jutsu, so you know what they say, meta is meta, but hey, if it works, don't fix it. With this DLC, you'll actually be getting a scientific ninja tool called Rasengan, which allows you to shoot out multiple Rasengans that will boost your ultimate gauge every time they hit, because it's a multi-hit ninjutsu ninja tool. Next up, we're gonna get the hair from Naruto the Last. Then you're gonna get a little plushie on the back that is actually a special skill, Kurama. Next up, you're gonna get the Hokage hat for hair, so you're getting 2 hairstyles with this one as well. The third DLC that you're going to need is Kawaki. Now, Kurama Linchpin will break Water Pillar and Sand Shield and give you a boost of Secret Technique. Also, you can eat ninjutsus with this, and also it's a great flag or running technique to use because you stand place and you have super armor. Also, it boosts your Secret Technique, if I already didn't say that. Next up, you have Scientific Ninja Tool Reverse Scale or Imperial Wrath if you're an old head. Listen, this is an ultimate jutsu that is meta right now. This will basically stun your enemy, take away their substitution, and oh, it has a second phase, which is a sweeping slash that will also break Water Pillar and Sand Shield. Now for the last ultimate today, I really wanted to go full screen and showcase to you the ultimate power of this, well, I guess this ultimate, and see how many people it can kill. 3 without even hesitation. You'll be getting the Kara Spaces, which is for an attacker. Finally, we get an attacker DLC that gives us a weapon. Next up, you're gonna get his hair, his piercings, and also you're gonna get the Kawaki face paint. Let me know down in the comments below if I left out any information. Let me know what kind of DLCs you're looking for in Season 6, and also tell me if I missed or totally messed up the best DLCs for Shinobi Strikers for attackers. I will argue Minato has a really good ultimate, but his jutsus really aren't that usable, at least for me. I don't really use them that much. I like my guy, but I'm only really using dynamic, and I'm not using 8 gates. Now what does that leave me? Killer B? I think I'm good. Variant mode Naruto's jutsus take too long, and they're a little bit tricky to use sometimes. They're more situational than anything else. So let me know what you guys think again in the comments below. And maybe I'm wrong, but it's very, very unlikely. I'm going based off of really trying to close that skill gap as close and as soon as we can. Let's have a little review session here. Shisui is the best DLC. If you get a chance to buy a DLC for this game, go ahead and spend a little bit of money on Shisui. I gotta say, Uchiha Shuriken is the most meta of meta jutsus in this game, and if you need to go ahead and close that skill gap, you need to speed boost your learning curve, go ahead and buy that, because Uchiha Shuriken is gonna improve your gameplay tenfold. Even if you don't have chakra claws, if you just have the regular claws, you're gonna notice a difference with that jutsu. Halo Dance, again, if you're not that great at this game, the game allows you to have jutsus that are no thumb jutsus, which basically you don't have to maneuver yourself. You can just do it based on that animation. It does it for you. Now the ultimate Kodo Matsukami is a meta jutsu as well. It is big on flag, it is big on combat, and make sure you learn how to reverse the Kodo Matsukami if somebody already uses it before you. That is a tricky. Now Swift Step isn't as good as it was, but if you are in a scrim mode, if you're trying to scrim and they ban time space hop, Swift Step is going to be your best friend. Now we have KCM or Naruto from Boruto. I absolutely love Kurama Link mode. It actually got me a few million views on TikTok for going beast mode with it, because we used a flash step because it boosts that speed and it gives you a cool animation. Then you have the second phase, right? Oh, by the way, that also gives you your jutsus back. So if you use all your jutsus and then use KCM, it allows you to run it. Hey, that's what I like to hear, but listen to me. That Kurama second phase allows you to do that fake Fox Blast, which will basically shoot through a laser down the middle of your game, and if anybody intervenes with that laser down the middle, they will die pretty clearly. Sometimes on set activation, you'll kill somebody similar to a Totsuka from Itachi VR Master, but again, we haven't even talked about the two ninjutsus. Kurama Impact is probably one of the most powerful jutsus in the game, and oh, by the way, it'll break your guard, it gets rid of your substitution, and so much and so much. Guys, then we have Rasen Rampage, my least favorite of the 3 jutsus, but again, it still packs that punch, and it kind of makes me kind of feel important, so make sure you do look at that one as well. A lot of you guys probably saw Kawaki and thought I was going a little bit psycho, but listen to me, Kawaki is one of the best DLCs in the history of the game. I absolutely karma linchpin, because you can suck up people's jutsu like you're a vacuum cleaner, and it boosts your secret technique. When it first dropped, you would literally get your secret technique like 7 times if you're pretty accurate with it. And the way you can just sit on a base or flag and just super armor through things, because it also boosts your defense, is immense. I love that. Now, then we're not even talking about Imperial Wrath or Linchpin, whichever one you want to talk about it. But guys, that jutsu is broken. It's a no hands jutsu. You don't need your thumbs. It'll auto track for you, kind of similar to that Hazan Striker King. But this will take away their substitution, leave them stunned, and you have a second phase to basically body them or slash them, whatever you need. And oh, by the way, it takes away Water Pillar and Sand Shield. Now the ultimate is honestly a laser, a giant rocket launcher in your hand that you connect. It's an auto tracker, no thumbs, and you hit people. And anybody in that vicinity of that blast also dies immediately. There's not a second chance. You don't get a, hey, where's my, you know what I mean? You don't get a rain check from dying there. All right, guys, this is going to be the end of the video. Let me